Hello everyone, Canon Low here, back with more Sword Art Online Fatal Bullet, and since the last time, I have done quite a bit of level grinding. I am now over level 200, and I think the last time I was recorded anything, I was roughly around level 130, 140-ish. So yeah, I have definitely spent some time leveling that up. So this is kind of the build that I'm going with, mostly dexterity and agility, decent luck and vitality, and enough strength to get by, and then intelligence I'm gonna get to level, get to 105 in order to use healing shot 3, healing field shot or whatever. So with those level grinds, I have gotten quite a few, well, a few level 4 skills, and I've been using Speed Form 4, which is really fun to move at that kind of speed, and I don't even have I didn't equip any accessories that further increased my movement speed, so I can imagine that being really fun to play around with. I definitely saw that there was quite a big jump between level 3 and 4 for the forms. I did unlock level 4 concentration, don't have enough strength to actually learn it, and trigger happy 4, which isn't that much better than level 3 from what I experienced. I have worked on Human Fortress. Unfortunately, with the higher level of Human Fortress, it seems to be where it make it so you don't flinch, and then it basically gives you armor form corresponding to the level. I'm guessing armor form 1 with Human Fortress 2 and armor form 2 with Human Fortress 3 or something, because whenever I activate it, it actually cancels out the defense buffs that I would get from my party members, and it seems that happens if you sometimes when you reactivate a buff when you still have it affecting your character. And then this is a healing shot 3 and whatnot. So that's kind of what I got, and most of these level 4 skills require roughly 350 all the way up to Graviton Shot 4 costs 480 skill points, so they definitely have a huge jump in cost for the SP. So you better have a lot of medals in order to trade the SP for that. Also, they have a big jump in requirements. Like right here, it goes from 126 dexterity to 216, and I did level up Quick Shot 4 all the way to 100%, so as far as I know, there isn't level 5 skills. And if there is, it would probably require maybe like 250 of the main attribute or something, otherwise it would be pretty much unobtainable. So that's what I got for that. And then equipment, I've been using this assault rifle as my training one. It gives 15% experience, it has decent damage and weak point damage and whatnot, and then same here. So, the main thing is that I've got a ton of mail. I have actually made it so that every single character before recording this is maxed out affinity, level 4 100%. And also, with the whole bounty thing, if you get over 10 million bounty and you check the player rankings, you get mail from literally everybody, well, except for Lavere, because I guess she doesn't care about that event. So I'm gonna be reading through all of this mentally, so feel free to pause the video if I'm reading too fast, and let's get started. Also, before I continue, they give you a message if you're in the top 10, which I think is like 9.6 million bounty, and then one for actually getting above 10 million. There's just so much mail with every single character having mail. It's so much. And Yamakaze, Shirley, and a few other characters, I just recently got to the max out affinity, like literally a few hours before we're recording this. So there are going to be a few of them like that also has affinity mail before reading the bounty ranking mail. So that's what some of these are. And Yamakaze does bring up a good point, especially with games like World of Tanks. I have noticed that a lot of the players, they completely obsess over, oh, my win rate is X number of percent, and then focus on like what in-game advantages that they can get to try to give them as big of an opportunity as they can to raise their win rate, and not actually focus on what makes the game fun for them. Why, it's also games like the Path of Exile game. I was kind of thinking that as well, is that a lot of players, when a new league starts and everything, they try to focus on getting through the campaign as fast as they can, some of them doing it within a day or two, and then focus on that like level 70 plus endgame content. And for me, I really don't like to rush games. I mean, that's especially a big reason of why I'm not a speedrunner. Not that I could speedrun even if I wanted to, but taking a seat back and really looking at what makes the game fun and letting it last as long as it can is something that even I need to work on. For some games, like I just think that I've been on this enough. So let's continue. I just wanted to say that because I know that there are quite a few people out there that they focus on like statistics more than what made the game fun to begin with, why they started playing the game, what made them continue playing the game, rather than focusing on numbers that in the broad picture doesn't really matter a whole lot. Well, unless I guess if you're like doing it in competition, like actually make money from it, but that's another matter. But yeah, let's continue on. Also, another fun fact that I found was that Yamakaze, I think, is the top spot when you start the game. So, another thing worth noting. Also, that reminds me, I think with one of the DLCs they added a bullet of bullets mode that you can fight like the various characters in the Battle of Bullets style, and I have not tried that out, and I'm kind of hoping that it isn't like the Battle of Bullets with the whole death gun scenario, because that was just kind of, well, the first few fights, I guess, kind of made sense to, like, get to the championship, I guess, just like the anime, but with Death Gun, and if they meant for that to be like the finals of that, basically you only fight Death Gun. You don't actually explore the area and fight, you know, the various other contestants, challengers in that. So I'm hoping that that is a thing in that mode. I guess we'll find out at some point, as long as I remember. Hopefully I will. I always kind of liked that Alice has like that knight oldish way of speaking. I quite like that about her character. Yu-Gi-Oh doesn't really have that as much. I actually did not know that, with una meaning one in Latin. Interesting. Alright, Sachi is last. Alright, I think that is literally all the mail in the game. So, that is from getting to the number 1 spot and the rest of the affinity mail. So, pretty much what I've been doing is primarily playing in the White Frontier area. And I have to say, the amount of experience you get in the White Frontier is probably, I would say it's probably double of what I would get anywhere else. On extreme mode, all of the monsters are level like 190 or higher, and some of the enemies even go up to like 230. And I was able to sort of kill enemies at as low as like level 130. Like that last time that I recorded, I pretty much started training in this area at that point, level wise. And in this beginning area, it has scorpions, it has wasps and stuff. They're actually pretty easy to kill. Well, unless you're using a sword, because they're all melee enemies for the most part. And they have quite big weak spots. And each kill gives you about like 10,000 experience. So, I'd say if you're around that level 130 to level 150 area, you can give it a shot on extreme mode. If not, you can always play on normal or easy difficulty, because easy difficulty gives you the same amount of experience as normal difficulty, except the enemies do like only a fifth of their normal damage, I think. Something like that. So let's see if I can move this across here. What I have been playing my Tia account, well, character a bit, and I did find quite a good place to level grind, specifically for experience. And that is along here. Along this stretch, there is a group of Fastest Smiles and the Cursed Ruin or something. And the Cursed Ruin itself, it pretty much shoots explosive projectiles all around it, and it doesn't seem to really hit very often, and it doesn't really have accuracy at all. So pretty much all you need to do to deal with what you need to deal with is the Fastest Smiles, and to be honest, they're kind of, well, on easy difficulty especially, they're not a problem at all. But on extreme difficulty, there's at least one or two of them that uses a long stroke 4 pistol. And even the ones that don't, they all use pistols that have 10% crit chance and an extremely high crit multiplier. The long stroke has a 300% crit multiplier, so pretty much if they crit and headshot you, which is oftentimes what happens to me, even at my level and with all of my defensive buffs, they still pretty much one-shot me. So pretty much the only thing that I've noticed to actually combat this is that the longer distance away you are from them, the less likely they are to aim for your head, and that's pretty much all I got. And then they have a few Gatling gun ones that aren't nearly as bad, but they still can do a lot of damage if they catch you out in the open. But each of the Cursed Ruin on extreme mode gives you 260,000 experience with the amount of experience gain that I have, and both my accessories have experience gain on them for my leveling. They give me around 360,000 experience, which is really good. On normal difficulty or easy, it gives you still like 120,000 experience, and with experience gain you can easily get like 150k. And on easy mode you can pretty rapidly get experience, probably even faster than extreme mode, by spamming this area here. It's extremely on easy mode, it's really easy to spam that boss. Another thing is that on extreme mode I've noticed that you gain a ton less ammunition back from killing the enemies, and one monster that I've noticed that you can farm experience for if you still want to kill stuff in extreme mode and get a decent amount of experience is that around the Icicle Prison there is a boss. I think it's White Stinger. It's a giant wasp, and it continuously spawns the smaller wasps, and if you continuously aim for their weak spots, their eyes, which are quite big shots, you can easily kill them, and they give around 10,000 experience per kill. And with my dexterity build and the experience gain bonuses that I have, it gives me like 13k-ish experience per kill, and I can kill each one in like 2 seconds. So, and it continuously respawns them as soon as you kill them. There's like 5 at one time. So those are just 2 spots that I've noticed is pretty good for experience grinding. So yeah, that's pretty much all I have been doing. I wasn't sure if I wanted to get much higher level than this, because I didn't want to like go into Dissonance of the Nexus being the max level of 270, and then I wouldn't say that it would probably be easy even at that level, but I just had a feeling that I should start it pretty soon here. And what I'm thinking, I still haven't really done a whole lot of research into getting the true ending. I think you need max affinity with like the main characters, and then level 2 with everyone else, excluding the DLC characters or something, which since I have that maxed out, that isn't a problem. So I should be able to get it if I progress through the story again, and then yeah. So what I'm thinking is doing a few more affinity cutscenes before I actually do the true ending, because all of the characters that were added in with the Dissonance of the Nexus DLC, all of them have cutscenes with your character besides Sachi. Sachi only has cutscenes with Kirito, which, to be honest, that's one of the few characters that actually makes the most sense on, to be honest. So we have Yuna, Iji here, which are both from the Sword Art Online movie, for anyone who didn't know, and then Seven is over there. So yeah, that's what I was planning. I was actually hoping to start one of them this part, but all of that mail was just ridiculous. So yeah, I've been kind of looking forward to watching Seven's cutscenes or Yuna's cutscenes more than some of the other characters like Liska and Itsuki I haven't done yet, but we'll get to all of them eventually. So with that, thank you very much for watching and have a wonderful day.